Hi there, my name is Scott Porter with Diablo Artisan Churros, and at Diablo we are always innovating. Our wheels are always turning. We're trying to figure out how to make even more delicious churros, interesting combos, interesting ways to get you churros. For us, the churro is really just a blank canvas. So check out this story. I'm going to tell you the backstory about how we moved from a catering and event business to churro making kits, to frozen churros, and now to snackable Itty Bitty Churros. Since 2016, we've handmade literally millions of fresh churros on our mission to fill lives with happiness, one churro at a time. And we've done that at more than 8,000 weddings, corporate parties, festivals, and sporting events, and with 35,000 churro making kits sold worldwide. Recently, we launched our new frozen take and bake churros and our snackable Itty Bitty Churros so that everyone can have churros on demand. You can find us in Super Targets, Associated Foods, and Harmons. More to come. And we're going wholesale with frozen churros to restaurants, theme parks, and sporting venues looking to help people live their best churro lives. Okay, so in March of 2020, everyone in the world will always remember that month when the global pandemic hit and had a dramatic impact on our previously well-established events-based business. Events gone, we decided to innovate. In another video, I talk about all the backstory about how we got to the churro making kit, the churro fiesta in a box. And this is it right here. One of our big drives here was to take the churro making power. We couldn't make churros and give them to you for a bit, so let's have you make churros, and we wanted to give all of that churro making power to you, help you create fun, awesome memories at home with something that is typically thought of as really specialty and unique and maybe difficult to do. So we wanted to kind of demystify all of that with our churro making kit. What this did for us was open up our eyes and our vision of what we could do at Diablo and different ways that we could help you live your best churro lives. And so we took that whole innovative spirit of the churro making kit, and we're experimenting. Actually, really, the precursor to the take and bake churros that you see now and that are available in a lot of different grocery stores around the country. That the precursor to this happened during the pandemic too. We're like, okay, well, let's make a kit, but then what if people don't want to make them? We'll make them for you, freeze them, and all you have to do is air fry or bake them. And so we tested out a bunch of different things during the pandemic, but nothing really stuck super well. And overnight and frozen delivery was unreliable for a long time at the beginning of the pandemic. And so that kind of put a wrench in everything. So it was just last year that we decided to revive that idea and see if we could take this to everyone. So we went to several different trade shows at the beginning of 2024, and we took what we now call our take and bake churros to the show to have them sample them. This is what the churro looks like right there. So it's about 3 inches long, already fried, already filled with dulce de leche. So it makes it super easy for anyone to just pop them in the air fryer, in the toaster oven, and in 5 minutes they have amazing fresh hot churros that are literally the exact same churros that we would give to you in person if we're making them at your wedding or your party. And then they come inside with a cinnamon sugar packet, so you can just finish them however you'd like. And if you want more cinnamon, awesome, roll them all in there, completely cover them in cinnamon sugar. Or if you want to go light, you can do that too. And so this was such a big hit last year with the buyers and the brokers, distributors at all these different trade shows. So much so that in March, we met with Target at Expo West. They invited us back to do a tasting in May. We did a tasting and we hadn't even fully developed the churro or the packaging as it stands right now, and so we pitched them with really a prototype version. and it was like a miracle of all churro miracles. And they invited us to launch, and they were our first client in the freezer section in the fall of 2024 in a test market in Texas, Oklahoma, and Colorado. And so that's the story on, how we just kind of like we took an idea that we had its early beginnings during the pandemic and actually brought it to pass and made it happen in 2024, and these are soon going to be all over America at the rate that our sales team is going. At the tail end of 2024, things looking really promising with the take and bake churros. Our wheels are continuing to turn, always. Flavors, types of things. My friend came to me and he said, "Hey, we want to try freeze drying your churros. Your mini churros for your take and bake." I'm like, "Great, let's try it." So gave him the churros. They were too big. It didn't work really well. Sucked all the moisture out of your mouth. It wasn't a great eating experience. But I said, you know what? Someone else asked us to make some churro croutons several months ago, and we did it. And but we didn't freeze dry them, and I think that could actually work better. So I gave my friend these little tiny churro croutons to freeze dry. He did them, and I took them to like friends gatherings during the holidays and with family and got feedback. And everyone's like, "These are insane. They're so good. You've got to do this." And I said, "Okay, I mean, does anyone want little itty bitty churros?" And so at a trade show in Las Vegas, the Fancy Food Trade Show in January of 2025, just a couple months ago, on a whim, we were going to really try and get as many people interested in the take and bake churros as possible. And so on a whim, I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna bring like 3 pounds of itty bitties and I'll ask all the buyers, brokers, distributors, retailers if they think that this would be a good idea. So they get to the trade show, they're tasting our fresh filled churros and losing their minds. They're so happy. And I'm like, "Hey, I have this gold bowl," right? They really couldn't see much inside it super easily. And I said, "Hey, do you guys want to try the latest churro innovation?" And they're like, "Ooh, what is it?" I'm like, "These are the itty bitty churros." And so I would get them out of the bowl, hand them to people. They would crunch on these crunchy gourmet churro bits dusted in cinnamon sugar. And they're like, "Please make these now. Where do I buy these? I want to eat these on a road trip. I want them on my ice cream. I want them as a bowl of cereal. I want them on my charcuterie boards." I mean, people were obsessed with them at this trade show. I'm like, "Oh gosh." I was showing them there to see, really, from a market research perspective, to see if this was if this new product innovation was going to be something that was worth the time, effort, and money and resources to try and to take to market. And so the resounding answer was yes. And so we then took it to Expo West a couple months later. At Expo West, we had the mock-up packaging that you see here. And then we also added spicy itty bitty churros. In keeping with our brand, at our events, we have spicy cinnamon sugar that we put on churros. Habanero cinnamon sugar. These were the runaway hit at Expo West. So this was literally just a couple of months ago. We just got a massive first order from Associated Foods to launch in their stores in June, and so many other grocery stores and convenience stores and even restaurants and sporting venues and theme parks are very soon going to be carrying the itty bitty churros. So crunchy little irresistible snacks that you're just like snacking on, on a road trip, at home, mixed with popcorn, ice cream. Anyway, we are so excited about our new line of churro innovation, and we're not going to stop there. So buckle up. We're getting ready for a wild and exciting churro ride over these next couple of years. Pretty soon, these will be in grocery stores and convenience stores and everywhere. And you can also get them online on our website too. So all with the idea that we just want to continue to help all of you live your best churro lives. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give us a like here and subscribe to our channel for more videos on the history and background and everything that we do at San Diablo Churros.